Why do trans women go by she or her? Because if they went by her or she they'd be chocolate. I can't help snickering over this. Got me all up in a twix over this. If somebody manages to make a pun with Toblerone, he'll pay them zero as a reward. Snickers. Like the candy. I just got a fucking Snickers at under this post. He or he. Shomon. Okay, Michael. I'm glad you're amazed. I'm glad you're. Lot of us went into this thinking it was gonna be dark, but op milked it for what it's worth. Think is for what ganent was wed and into the no he did will get the visit or get where is sir go what what the thing Michael Jackson. This is great. Why do trans men go by he or him? Because if they went by he or he, they'd be Michael Jackson. Tea kettle noises. Immediately sorts by controversial. I never thought people would be so defensive about Hershey's. Whoa. Whoever wrote this deserves 100 grand and a house on Fifth Avenue. So me am not gonna turn down cash during these struggles, lol. Of all the jokes I've heard trying to make a pun out of her or she and Hershey, this is one of them. I agree. This in one of the jokes of all time. He or he. That's a good one. As somebody that sounds out the or that took me a minute. How does a non-binary samurai kill people? They slash them. Are non-binary people ladies or gentlethems? Lady just says I cringed just typing this ill show myself out. Read this as they dees at first. I prefer new lord and master for all eternity, but gentlethems can work. Eldritch horror. Ain't the whole point of being non-binary is not being binary and therefore not being a gentleman or lady? Non-binary is just the specie version of male or female male. Yum or me. This reminds me of a different joke someone's dad said in a video I saw. How does a non-binary samurai kill people? They slash them. Another one I saw. What does a non-binary prospector say when they hear about a new mine? There's gold in them or their hills. Was expecting bigotry. Received amusing wordplay. Well done, op. What? You're telling me it's possible to make jokes about trans people without being offensive. People with feel to feel view thing. Handsome. I impossible. Built community is full of snowflakes that get triggered over anything, like saying that they should die. Haha, funny joke a merit. Or just in case. I hate people that try to disguise their blatant bigotry as well. You can't take a joke as much as the next guy. If anyone needs to grow a sense of humor, it certainly is the lie. We know you're after some of her kisses. I laughed all the way to Mars on this. I was expecting a transphobic joke but got a nod of approval joke instead. Upvote. Same. Was ready to hit the downvote button. Pleasantly surprised. Cute joke. I was expecting a transphobic joke, don't worry. Dave Chappelle ain't a Reddit user. I go by Re/C. A joke on war, jokes about trans people that doest belong on war wanna joke. I'm stunned. Right. I'm trans, so me guard is up when I see potentially degrading shit on the internet because 9 or 10 times it's just that. That 10 of the time like this where I'm happily surprised makes me have faith that society is coming round. It's a bit of a stretch to call Hershey's chocolate. It's the most delicious crayon I've ever eaten. It's molded brown. I'd love for trans women to go by her or she reminds us of how sweet they are. Based. That is cute. Blushing trans girl noises. Oh, incredibly based. I really needed that. Thank you. Finally, a good trans joke. Last week's trans joke was pretty good too. I'm offering a bounty on the next bad pun. My skin is the color of chocolate. I am now going to go by her or she. I love this. Sorry guys. Whoosh. Can anyone explain the joke? Trans people typically have specific pronouns they prefer to be referred to as. In this example, a transgender woman wishes to be referred to as she or her, but not her or she solely because it's exactly phonetic to Hershey's, a chocolate product. Fun fact: Hershey's chocolate is made in Hershey, Pennsylvania, and both were founded by Milton's Hershey. Basically, the entire town only exists because of a chocolate factory. Say Hershey out loud. It will sound like Hershey, which is a chocolate bar brand. I go by he or man. Lol, I love it. This is very offensive. Hershey is to chocolate. That's a backdoor secret. Take me up vote. This is how you joke about trans people without belittling them. It's not hard. I don't get it. I understand the wordplay of Hershey's like the brand. Does the state of being transgender mean anything? Pronouns listed in the nominative or genitive format is commonly associated with trans women. It's not really exclusive to them, but hey, it makes you expect a completely different punchline. It's a bait and switch like a Jew walks into a bar, and I've saved him a seat. He's also saying that trans people are sweet like chocolate, and I think that's a nice thing to say. The amount of trans positivity here is amazing. This is one of the best trans jokes I have ever seen and I love it. This joke was she or it was actually pretty funny, but wonderful example of how to make a trans joke without being transphobic. Dave Chappelle, take notes. May contain nuts. How did Hershey's get so popular? It tastes like vomit disguised as chocolate. I mean, Hershey's makes Reese's cups, and for that alone they are good. Trained in the confectionery business, Hershey pioneered the manufacture of caramel using fresh milk. He launched the Lancaster Caramel Company, which achieved bulk exports, and then sold it to start a new company supplying mass-produced milk chocolate, previously a luxury good. The first Hershey bars were sold in 1900 and proved so popular that he was able to build his own company town of Hershey, Pennsylvania. Hershey's philanthropy extended to a boarding school, originally for local orphans, but accommodating around 2,000 students as of 2016. One in World War II, the company developed a special non-melting bar for troops serving overseas. The Hershey Company, known as Hershey's, is one of the world's biggest confectionery manufacturers, because he invented a new method of chocolate. Making that is far easier, and allowed chocolate to come to America when there was none and traditional methods would be impractical. And also because they make quality products. It was readily available after why when European chocolate wasn't. I remember when I was a wee child, a relative brought American chocolates. Of course, as a middle-class Indian boy in the 90s, America was pretty much magic, and anything and everything from America had to be magic as well. The disappointment I felt when I bit into one of those chocolates is not something your old mind was equipped to handle. My first thought was, is this rotten? Thought was this that I that this first, is this what rotten chocolate tastes like? Of course. Now I know that signature aroma and aftertaste as something uniquely American, and there are even some American chocolates I enjoy. But for pure chocolatey pleasure, I think even homegrown Indian brands have better options, maybe because cocoa beans can be grown locally in India. I was nervous. I'm glad I didn't need to be. As long as no one adds nuts. You know what? Not that bad. You made me chuckle, I'll give you that. Good one. Every time I see a joke start like this, I think alert when probably 10 years ago I would have thought 17 alert. Was fully expecting transphobia. Instead, you got a jiggle good on you. Because her or she was already trademarked as smoother Ramo. What is the best type of person to free something on? A pansexual? They're all sweet, and that's what matters. Sweet like chocolate. Nay, I would call that cardboard brand chocolate.